All right. I think we are live, and I just discovered another problem. Let me. All right. Let me make sure everything is working and window copy, and it's not really. Yeah. Hello again. Hello, Mr. Random Projects. Hello, Mr. Trains and Eurobeat. Hello, all of you, my friends, and hello, Mr. Eureka. Hello, all of you. Thank you so much for joining. I apologize for for of course being like this time, but yes, it's 1080p right now, which is really awesome. And yeah, the mic is not loud. No, the mic is not loud because the software that I always use for the mic is not working at all. The program that I always use to control the microphone is not working at all. It's stuck on trial. I don't know why, but yeah, I apologize for that. I will try to fix it as soon as possible. But I also discovered a new problem right now. I mean, right now I discovered this problem, which is, of course, the controller. Because I'm using, as most of you know, I'm using a PlayStation 3 controller. And this controller basically needs some special program to make it work basically on PC. So this program is lost. The controller is not working, so give me like 1 moment so I can get my so I can get my old Logitech controller back, so I can actually drive the cars. So yeah, that's really rubbish. Yeah, I know that's really rubbish. I apologize for that, but I've been really working on this computer. Windows went berserk, and I had to reset the system and do blah blah blah. You know the story. You have to download everything, set everything from the beginning. So just give me a moment. I'll open the drawer, get the controller, and of course hook it in, and of course start driving your awesome cars. So just give me a moment. All right, we are back, and I have my old controller back. Yep, the old Logitech controller is back. Yes, it's working. That means everything is working, and yeah. Sorry about all the inconvenience. And now, of course, let's open your awesome cars. Let's see what you guys sent to me and what cars, of course, got accepted, and let's drive them to see which are the fastest, basically. Now, of course, being a sleeper car, that means, well, I don't know. In my mind, I mean, I would love to test them on the track, but I also I'm kind of itching to test them on the drag strip. So I would love if you can guys give me a quick vote. Which testing would you love, around the track or drag racing? Which test would you like to see? Since you guys are here, and since you guys are really awesome for being here, and of course for being patient with me, I would love if you can actually vote on it. So, which one would you actually prefer, drag racing or track racing when it comes to your sleeper cars, the 15 accepted cars? Yeah, I would love if you can vote in the comments. And no, both won't work because we will have different results, and I will only give the prize card to a single car, not dual cars. So who knows? Maybe the most powerful car will be good on on the drag. Maybe it will be bad on the track, and I will not give the prize card for for two cars. I will only give it for a single winner. So choose wisely, drag or track. Depends on what you really want to see. Yeah, I mean, I will test them both, but no, I will not give the prize car to the second vote. So, so far we have, let's see, one, two, three, four track votes. So yes, so the prize car will be given to what? The track or the drag? So a lot of your votes are saying track, like Mr. Random Project, Mr. Jurika. All right, so track for testing, drag for fun. Okay, track then. Let's see. Let's start with, since we have fast cars here, let's pick a fast track. Basically, I don't want to drive them slowly, so let's pick, of course, the West Coast map track, basically, because that thing works really nicely. Let's see, short race, no, long race. Here we go, long race circuit, and here we go. Yes, Mr. PTR123, Mr. Random Project, Mr. Bendika, and all of you guys. Okay, so this is the list basically for the cars that we have here. Obviously, the new version of Automation Game is sending basically ghost pictures, as you can see, because I don't know, it's not really stable as it used to be. But as you can see, these are the cars, starting of course with the Admiral GS 300 Crown. Yeah, starting with the Admiral GS 300 Crown. But to make it more professional, let's open the, I don't know, let's open the freedom mode, because all the info about the cars were actually also lost. So let's go to the freedom first. Yeah, let's go to the freedom first, drag race them first to see which one actually has the powerful engine, to see what kind of engine we are dealing with, and then of course go track racing to see how they actually perform. So let's start of course by going to the drag strip. Yeah, let's make it more fun this way. Where's the West Coast map? Here we go, drag strip. Let's see what kind of engines we are dealing with first, and then of course we can go and see how these things will handle. Starting of course with the Admiral. Okay, so who made the Admiral? Is the Admiral creator here, the Admiral vehicle, the first one is the Admiral creator here with us. Mr. Funnyman CLK, Mr. Bendake, Mr. PTR, Random Project, Eureka. Yeah, so Mr. Fastum Gale, Mr. Thomas, Mr. Kimmy Boy. Hello my friends, thank you for joining. Yeah. All right, while the map is loading, yeah, okay, here we go. The map is loaded. As you can see, we are on the drag strip, which is absolutely awesome. Let's see what we have first. So the first car that I saw was the Admiral. I haven't driven any of them yet. The Admiral GS 300 Crown. Let's see what we have. Here we go. And also, I want to show you a special creation that I made recently as a special replica for a special video. It was actually a requested replica. So here's our first vehicle. It's called the Admiral GS 300, as you can see, and I can see already it looks absolutely actually crazy. I like it. It looks very 90s. Some things are sticking out from the bumper, which is very unique. I can hear a V6. Nice rims, very sporty. Looks like BBS rims actually, and yeah, it looks very subtle. Love the attention to details. It looks absolutely sweet. Look at the badging in the back. That is very sweet. Yeah, underneath. And yes, now this is a common problem with the new automation version, which is no differential and no drive shafts, only connected exhaust. Yes, because I'm using the latest automation version, and this is a problem, which is no gearbox and no rear differential. So under the hood we have a V6 engine, as you can see, making 340 horsepower and around 292 pound-feet of torque. So this thing looks absolutely beautiful, and let's see how this thing will run. So let's make a drag pass with it. Here we go. Let's see how this thing will run actually. It sounds, to be honest, it sounds weak, but who knows? Maybe this thing will be a nice thing. So let's put it against. Let's put it against. Which car would you like to see against it? Well, being a sleeper car, let's put it against the Porsche 911. Let's see if we can actually beat it or not as a benchmark, you know. Here we go. Admiral versus Porsche 911. Here we go. Let's see. Come on. Come on. Come on, Admiral. Here we go. Wow, that was absolutely awesome. The Admiral versus the Porsche 911. Sweet, 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 sweet indeed. 13.5 seconds doing 103 miles per hour. Hello, Mr. ADAXX. Hello, my friend. Thank you for joining. So yes, the Admiral actually is really not bad. 13.5 seconds. That's actually not bad at all. Not bad at all. This V6 actually pulls nicely. The gearbox ratios are a little bit long, but it's very, very exciting actually. That's really sweet. Very, very nice start indeed. Here we go. So the Admiral is, let's see. Ah, it's all-wheel drive. Yes, it's all-wheel drive. Sweet, all-wheel drive. All right. Nice, very, very nice start from the Admiral. Very, very nice acceleration, and all the way to the end, picking the win. All right, let's pick another car. Let's see what we have next after the Admiral. Let's see, after it we have something called AMB T140 GST model. Okay. Here we go. Hello, Mr. Yanni. Hello, my friend. Thank you for joining. All right. Oh yes, I remember this thing now. This is actually a pretty looking car, as you can see. This is the AMB, I don't know, something, but it looks, look at that. Love the blow-up valve noise. Sweet. And look at that. Love the details. Looks like a BMW from the back. Looks very, very sweet. Very, very sporty looking sedan. I like it. It looks very, very sweet indeed. Under the hood we have a 6-cylinder inline 6 engine making 294-95 horsepower and around 294 pound-feet of torque as well. That's actually pretty sweet. All right, let's see how this thing will run. Obviously we have traction control. Thanks to the latest automation version, we can't see if this thing is rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, but let's try and do a burnout. Here we go. Yep, it's rear-wheel drive. Okay, that's really exciting. Let's see. Tires are warm. Here we go. Come on. Come on! Oh no! Come on! Whoa, that was absolutely so close. Whoa, this thing was so close. Look at that, 13.682 versus 13.698. Wow, that was like close all the way to the end. Whoa, that was absolutely sweet. What a what a beast. 294 horsepower, and it really pulls nicely. Obviously the Porsche is faster, but look at that result. I mean, that is absolutely sweet. What do you think, guys, about it? What do you think? What do you think about that? I mean, that is absolutely sweet. What do you think, guys? That is absolutely sweet. Celebrating donut. Sweet. All right. So the second car is an absolute gem. Actually, I'm really surprised with the results. It looks absolutely great, and it's really sweet to drive. It's rear-wheel drive, and it really sounds great because, well, it's a straight six engine turbocharged. It's a proper four-door sedan with a sporty engine up front. And we can look at that. We had this thing from 1990, destroyed a Porsche 911 from 2017. So it's really sweet. 1990 car destroyed a 2017, well, basically a sport car. That is absolutely awesome. So let's pick the third one. Let's see what we have next. The third one, it's called the Apogee Sport 303.6. Here we go. Let's see how this thing will run. Takes a while to load. Some cars are really heavily detailed, like this one. Ooh, hello, we have a V8. Alright, so check this thing out. Now this thing is beautifully detailed, as you can see. Look at that. Beautifully detailed. It looks absolutely sweet. This thing sounds very sweet. Let's see if this thing actually is like rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. Let's try and do a burnout. It's all-wheel drive. Okay, so under the hood we have a V8, obviously, but 240 horsepower and 247 pound-feet of torque. Okay, so this thing may lose the race, but let's see if this thing can actually do a miracle here. 242 horsepower, okay, but a V8. Oh no, so this thing with a 240 horsepower, it didn't really pull the trigger because, yeah, I mean, yes, it's a lot less powerful than the Porsche. Check it out, the Porsche did 107 miles per hour, this thing did 97. Look at that 10 miles per hour difference, and look at that 13.6 versus 14.1. So yes, of course, less power means, well, slower times, but the car actually is decent. Not bad, really not bad at all. Oh, a vicious limited slip. Okay, so the Apogee actually is really not bad. As a drag racing car, it's not really surprising, but who knows on the track what will happen. Okay, now the next one is absolutely special, which is called the Astra, I don't know, something Project W, and this thing is really special because, I mean, just look at it. Here we go. I will load it. I mean, just look at it. The attention to details, I remember it because I've seen it in automation game, and I was really surprised. Me and the VIP judging team, all of us were actually surprised by the attention to details on it because, check it out. I mean, let's start from the rear. It's called. I don't know, I forgot, but it's called what? The Galili? I don't know what it's called, but yeah, it looks absolutely sweet. Check out the wood on the side. This wood, I mean, really sweet because it took so much time to be basically, you know, put together in a certain way to make it look like that. I mean, this thing takes time and it looks absolutely special. Love the Alpha front, which is a very nice touch, the Astra, and yeah, basically it's a sweet vehicle. So this thing is running with, let's see what we have under the hood, an inline 6 turbo again, but look at that, 4,800 RPM max limit. So what we have here is a 530 pound-feet of torque and 340 horsepower. So more torque than power. Let's see if this torque monster can actually prevail. All right, let's see. Yes, it looks like the Grand Wagoneer. Yeah, here we go. Oh, automatic gearbox. Here we go. Whoa, look at that. Where are you, Porsche? Where are you? Wow, this thing actually demolished the Porsche 911. This thing is an SUV with 500 pound-feet of torque and 300, I don't know, and something horsepower. Wow, this thing actually is sweet. It's an SUV. That means it's heavy, it's big, it's massive, and check it out, 13.3 against 13.6. That is absolutely sweet. Wow, and it looks great doing that as well. And also the brakes are strong as well. Wow, it's gonna be so sweet to drive around the track maybe. So very nice work. I love it. This thing is really surprising and really sweet at the same time. So let's see what we have next. Here we go, nice collection. Here we go. The next one's called, oh, this is the Auto State. This thing is called the Auto State VZ. What 30K FS class V2 whatever. So it's called the Auto State VZ. Now this thing is really crazy, as you'll be seeing in a moment. Hello, Mr. V82 Tawfiq. Hello, my friend. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining, my friend. Enjoy watching. So, this thing, as you can hear, is a V8 basically, but this thing is basically a secret weapon because the creator of it didn't break any rule. The car is meeting all the rules of this challenge. The car never broke any rule, and this thing is running with 957 horsepower and 1,129 pound-feet of torque. 950 horsepower. Yes, my friends, a $30,000 car with 950 horsepower and 1,100 and I don't know, something pound-feet of torque. Now, let me turn off the car for a bit, because why in God's name you guys didn't give me this much horsepower, like 700, 600 horsepower? Why did you guys give me, a lot of you guys gave me 200 horsepower, 250 horsepower. Why? What's the point? This is not a sleeper. 250 horsepower in a regular car is not a sleeper. I was really expecting like 500 horsepower engines, 400 maybe 600, but this guy here went all out. 950 horsepower, under budget, didn't break any rules, and this thing is very reliable, very sweet to drive, obviously. And let's see how much this thing will, by how much this thing will demolish that Porsche. And who cares about realistic? Because do you want to win the challenge or not, my friend? Do you want to win the prize card? Do you want your car to be a winner? That's why a lot of you guys gave me 200 horsepower. What's the point? That's not a sleeper. 200 horsepower is a sport car, not a sleeper car. A sleeper car should demolish supercars and basically expensive cars. So to make this thing a lot fair, I'm not gonna race it against a regular 911. Let's put it against a GT3 RS. Here we go. Let's put it against a real opponent, which is the GT3 RS. you know, it's not really a crazy vehicle, but it's super fast. So here we go. That should be a competition. I mean, come on, we have 900 horsepower. So let's see. Here we go. Goodbye. Alright, that's what I call a super sleeper. Check it out, 10.8 seconds, doing 132 miles per hour against a Porsche 911 GT3 that can do 11.4 at 126 miles per hour. That is awesome. That is absolutely awesome. I mean, I'm not asking you to give me 1,000 horsepower car, because that is not 90s, but why not 600 horsepower? Why not even 500 horsepower? What's wrong with 500 horsepower? 500 horsepower is doable in the 90s. It wasn't impossible. But come on, 200 horsepower, guys. I was really expecting a lot better. Now, let me tell you a little secret. Now, let me tell you a little secret on how this car actually managed to win, or how this thing managed to be under budget. Well, it's very simple, very simple, and the guy actually is pretty smart for doing that, because when you actually tune your car in automation game, when you tune the gearbox, the final drive, and you select what kind of top speed, what's your car top speed, the more top speed you select, the higher the top speed. That means the more expensive the tires. Yes, my friends, that's the secret. So this guy he actually limited his car to 270 kilometers per hour, 270 kilometers per hour, which meant those tires are pretty cheap. These things are not expensive, the tires, and that resulted in a car under budget with 950 horsepower. That's the secret. This, I mean, when I first saw this thing as 900 horsepower, I was like, oh come on, this thing is over budget. But when I saw the top speed, and when I saw the tire type, it came clear to me. That is a pretty nice thing to do. I mean, I didn't expect anyone that can do it, but this guy did it. And here we go. This is the result: 950 horsepower car that can go only 270 kilometers per hour. So here we go. Let's pick the next car and see what we have. Let's see. After the auto state, we have another one called the Banger Touring 5.5 liter. I think, yeah, 5.5 liters. So let's open it. Will it beat the 911 TD? Maybe, yeah. So another V8 car, but obviously this thing is a little bit low on horsepower. This thing is running with a V8, obviously, but 382 horsepower and 320 pound-feet of torque. So, what's that? The nod again under the car. Yep, let's see. Yep, here we go. These are the nods under the car, and you can't really pull them off. No, you can't really pull them off. These things do stick. No. So yeah, that's an automation. Here we go. I pulled them out. Up. Let's see. Yep. Problem fixed. Here we go. Problem fixed. All right. Here we go. So 370 horsepower. We will drive. Here we go. Let's pick another car, because obviously the GT3 will demolish this thing. Let's pick I don't know. Let's see what we have here. Okay, let's pick. I don't know. I'm really lost. What kind of car should we put against it? Okay, let's put. Okay, let's put the Night Wolf White Spirit. Let's see if we can actually. Oh no, this is too much powerful. No. Okay, let's put the wagon. The wagon. I want to select the wagon. Here we go. Where's the wagon? Here we go. Okay, this is the viewer-made wagon. Okay. Because because the latest version is full of bugs, Mr. Tyler. Here we go. The nods are back. So here we go. Let's. Here we go. Okay. Okay. Now it's fixed. That was sweet actually. 13.2 doing 107 miles per hour. That's actually pretty sweet. And yeah, the wagon actually turned out to be a little bit too slow. Too slow for the job. The Meridian viewer made wagon. Okay. So that's pretty sweet. I like the car. I very like it because it's really sweet and it's rear-wheel drive. The engine is pretty sweet actually. The engine is pretty sweet indeed. Alright, let's see what we have next. I like it. I really cannot wait to drive this thing around the track. So the next thing that we have here is the no, these are from the live stream. Okay, so the next one, it's called the Laguna S1000. Okay, let's see what we have here. Here we go. Let's see. Laguna something. Ooh, look at that. That is absolutely sweet from the back. Very luxurious looking. I love the attention to details, like the badging. Check it out. That looks very sweet. The exhaust. The side of the car looks very subtle. The front is... Wow, that is luxurious. Look at that 1990s luxury looking, sweet looking car. Alright. So what we have under the hood is a Boxer 6 twin turbo. This Boxer 6 is pushing 640 horsepower and 725 pound-feet of torque. Wow, 640 horsepower. Let's see. Is it rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive? Let's see. It's all-wheel drive. Okay. Yeah, pretty sweet combinations. Okay, let's see. Whoa, look at that. Oh, wow, this thing with only 640 horsepower pulled 11.3 seconds doing 124 miles per hour. That is absolutely sweet and so smooth, so refined, so quiet. No one would ever suspect this thing actually is pulling that hard. Obviously the brakes technology is not really it's not really perfect, but the car is actually so beautiful. I like it. It's really fast, it's really brutal, and it looks so luxurious from the outside. Very nice look, my friend, indeed. Okay, the next one, it's called the Envoy TCP 323 W320 Turbina. Okay, now this car was actually creating a little problem in automation game. I don't know if this thing actually was exported correctly or not, because in automation game this thing didn't export nicely at first, but I can see the engine is in automation game. This thing created a lot of headache for me actually. So under the hood we have obviously a cast iron inline 6, looks obviously a cast iron, and it's turbocharged. Let's see, this thing is pushing 288 horsepower and 301 pound-feet of torque. So it's not really super powerful, but it looks sweet. It looks actually very nice from the back. Very nice. Love the badging work, my friend. Love the badging work. Let's see, the side looks very subtle, very sweet as well. The front is also very nice. To me it looks very close to a Mercedes. I don't know, there are some Mercedes touches there and there, which is a thing that I really like. Like 90s Mercedes were actually my favorite era, because they were absolutely so subtle. So let's see. It's rear-wheel drive. Here we go. But let's pick a, I don't know, I want to pick a better opponent, but this thing will demolish. Let's see, let's put a Ferrari against it, but not any Ferrari. Let's put the Ferrari 330 America with 340 horsepower, I think. So what do you think, guys, about the cars so far? Which one is your favorite so far? So against us we have a 1960, I forgot, 1963 or 1967, I don't know, I forgot. Ferrari 330 America. We have a V12 under the hood. We have 340 horsepower over there. Yeah, so let's see who will win, 60s car or 90s. All right, 90s all the way. All right, 13.8 seconds, doing 9.8. So we're doing 98.90 miles per hour, which is very sweet, against 14.7 at 106. Wow, look at the Ferrari. The Ferrari actually is faster. It's actually at the crossing line, the Ferrari is doing a higher speed, which is very sweet. That is absolutely awesome. So yeah, Mr. Bendig Banger says banger because it's mine. Yeah, that's really awesome. You did a nice work, by the way. Nice work indeed, my friend. So this sweet station wagon actually is pretty sweet, and that Ferrari is, well, from the 60s. That explains being not quick enough. All right, gentlemen. So let's pick what we have next after this, which is the next one is called the ER wagon. I don't know, something turbo. I don't know. Let's see. Let's open it. It looks sweet on paper, basically, but let's see how this thing will work. I'm really having so much fun. Very nice collection of cars. Really, I'm really impressed. Some of them are surprisingly fast. Some of them are surprisingly slow. So look at that. Love the attention to details, my friend. Love the badging. It's an SUV, but at the same time this thing was called a wagon. I don't know why, but it says intercooler on the side. Love the vent in the back, the mud flaps. I'm hearing a turbo. I'm hearing, sorry, a V8. Ooh, transverse. This thing was mounted in a transverse way. That is very awesome. Let's see what this thing is running. It's all-wheel drive and very soft suspension. It's gonna be awesome. But what we have here is a twin turbo V8 with 369 horsepower, 369 and 392 pound-feet of torque. That's actually pretty sweet. All right, let's pick a better opponent, a strong opponent. Let's pick the Ferrari F355. Now this thing is a lot faster, but let's see if we can actually like pull a miracle or something. Here we go. Oh no, the Ferrari kicks on. All right, that's actually impressive. 13.4 for this nicely looking SUV, and 13.1 for the Ferrari F355. Wow, that's pretty sweet. The Ferrari did 150 miles per hour. This thing did 105, as you can see, 10 miles per hour. Very, very nice, actually. Very, very nice and close time. Very, very close to the Ferrari. So if this SUV had like 400 and maybe 20 horsepower, 420 horsepower, this thing will actually beat the Ferrari. And yeah, very, very sweet. Very, very nice work, my friend. Ah, it's I think this thing is, I don't know, is it 4x4? No, it's all-wheel drive. It's all-wheel drive. Look at the speed of this thing. Sweet. Brakes are actually strong. Kinderwagen. This Kinderwagen. This is I don't know how to pronounce it, but I've heard it somewhere, which is German, I think. It's German, yeah. That's sweet, actually. I love this thing. It looks sweet. Look at the attention to details on the side. Very, very sweet looking vehicle. I mean, the front is a bit too square, but the side, the rear, perfect. Very, very nice, my friend. I really, really enjoy driving it. All right, so let's see what we have next. All right, the next one's called Freedom Flyer SS. Okay. Freedom Flyer SS. Ah, good night, Mr. Yanni. Okay, so this this thing, it's called the Freedom I don't know, some Freedom Flyer SS, that's the name of it. It looks very, very 90s from the back. I love the Freedom badge in the middle, the SS, the Flyer, and the California license plate. Basically, this car looks like a rental car in the 90s. Yeah, this car basically looks like a rental car from the 90s. Yeah, it looks very, very much a rental car, which is very sweet because rental cars are very, very underrated cars. So under the hood we have a twin turbo V8, obviously, with 550 horsepower and 527 pound-feet of torque. Wow, 550 horsepower. So will this rental car beat that Ferrari? This rental car that cost $30,000 against, I don't know, 150,000 or maybe 200. Let's see. Fast and Furious vibes. Whoa, whoa, that is absolutely brutal. A rental car did 11.6 seconds, doing 118, against a Ferrari F355 doing 13.1 at 115. Wow. can't argue with the results. Yeah, check out the angry Ferrari driver. He paid $250,000 for his car against, well, a college student buying a second-hand rental car and putting a massive twin-turbo V8 under the hood. Wow. Celebrating donuts. Sweet. Love it. All right. Let's see what we have next. I'm really excited so far. So very, very nice, amazing cars. Let's see. The next one. Here we go. The angry Ferrari driver is back. So, the next one is called... Yes, now this is a special thing. This thing is called the Heavy Work Sport, which is very special. Because, I mean, just look at it. When it's loading. Yeah. Yes, indeed, Mr. Bendek, yeah. Alright, gentlemen, so this thing, it's called the Heavy. Yes, it's called the Heavy. That's the name of it. And, well, it's a pickup truck, but check it out from the front. Yep. Very, very, very American looking, nice looking pickup truck, which is very sweet actually. I was really anxious to see one in this challenge, and this guy actually delivered. We have a V8 under the hood, naturally aspirated, and this thing is running with 412 horsepower and 425 pound-feet of torque, naturally aspirated. Now that's what I call a V8. Let's see if this thing is actually all-wheel drive or rear-wheel drive. Here we go, rear-wheel drive. Alright. It's open diff, okay. It's open diff, so no donuts. Okay, let's see how much this thing will... Let's see if this pickup will actually demolish a Ferrari. Here we go. Oh no! Come on! Man, that was really close. 13.2 against 13.1. That was absolutely sweet. The pickup was doing 104. The Ferrari was doing 115. Wow. So very close. A pickup truck to a Ferrari. Sweet. Yep, the body roll, yeah, it's a little bit too high. This thing weighs too much. I think around, I don't know, around maybe 1.8 tons. So it's heavy. It's called heavy, and it looks heavy. I mean, look at that. The brakes actually are struggling to stop it. Wow. Okay. Sweet, sweet, sweet looking pickup. Yeah, it weighs a lot. Really. It's a heavy beast. Okay. After the heavy, okay, we have a Jeep Cherokee SK pack. Here we go. Jeep Cherokee SK pack. The creator of it was actually anxious for me to drive it because he told me many times in direct messages and regular messages that he was creating a Cherokee basically, and I can already see it looks actually very, very close to it. The grille, the headlights are close enough. Sorry about that, I was yawning. I woke up very, very early today. So look at that. It looks actually very, very close. Love the attention to details on the side. Those black lines, those things are not easy to do. And the back, let's see. It says Cherokee SK here. It says Jeep and V8. Obviously, we can hear actually the V8. So this thing is running with a twin turbo V8, and we have 4x4 system. Not all-wheel drive. No, this is 4x4. We have an old school overhead valve aluminium V8, as you can see, because it looks like it's in white. So let's see how much horsepower we have. 449 horsepower and 539 pound-feet of torque. That's sweet, actually. Torquey beast. Let's see. Oh, automatic gearbox. Okay, so let's see if we can actually beat that Ferrari with a Jeep Cherokee. Here we go. And also a softer suspension. Here we go. Oh, where are you, Ferrari? Where are you? From a Jeep. Come on. Wow. 12.5 against 13.1, doing 110 miles per hour against 115. Wow, a Jeep Cherokee demolished a Ferrari F355. Amazing. And also the Ferrari actually is from the 90s, so it's period correct. This race is actually period correct. Wow. Brakes are definitely struggling, as you can see, because it's a heavy beast. Here we go, the angry driver again. Getting demolished by a soccer mom, basically. This Jeep looks like a soccer mom, basically SUV, with an automatic gearbox. Yep, 4x4 is not the greatest thing for handling, but it works. With a lot oomph in it. Brakes are definitely struggling. It's a heavy beast. All right, that was very surprising. What do you think about it, my friends? What do you think about the Jeep Cherokee? All right, so what we have next is, let's see. So what do you have next is that I forgot. I really forgot which one of these. No, this is from the live stream. This is not for the challenge. I think the Kineko Advart. Let me make sure. The Kineko Advart. I forgot if it's actually in the challenge or not. Let me make sure if it's actually in or not. I'm not seeing any Kineko name. I think the Kineko is actually from the previous live stream. Okay. It's from the previous live stream. So the next car is called the Marquez 40 Wagon. The Marquez 40 Wagon, 375 V10 5.0. Let's see. Really, Mr. Bandeg, that's really awesome. Okay, I forgot the name of it. Yeah, I really forgot the name of it. Let's see what this thing is called. This thing's called the Marquez 40. Okay, so this is the Marquez 40 Wagon. As you can see, it looks a little bit bland from the front. It's not really super impressive, and the back as well. It's not really also super impressive, but it looks like it came from the 90s. The badging, look at that V10, everything. So under the hood, we have an actually aspirated V10 doing 375 horsepower and 327 pound-feet of torque. Sweet. Let's see if this thing is a rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, or let's see. Ah, it's all-wheel drive. Okay. This thing. Let's see if 375 horsepower can demolish this Ferrari again. Wow. 12.7. Wow, amazing numbers doing 107 miles per hour. That's pretty sweet, actually. Pretty torquey engine. nice, very, very amazing cars so far. Okay, let's see what we have next. After the... How much horsepower does the prize car have? To be honest, I forgot. To be honest, I really forgot. It's been, I don't know, it's been very, very long time since I actually drove it. I don't know where is it actually. Is it here or not? I really don't know where is it, but I think it's in the mods folder on my desktop. Yeah, but I can't see it in here. I genuinely forgot how much horsepower. I'm trying to remember actually, but I really cannot remember. It's been a really long time. Okay. Okay, so the next one, and I know the creator of it, it's called the Mazda Cyclone, basically. So let's see, it's another pickup truck, and I know the creator of it because he's actually one of the VIP judging team. So basically it looks like a Mazda pickup, you know, one of those 90s Mazda pickups. Very, very bland, very basic, not much going on, but it looks real because I know the Mazda pickups. I've actually I've actually sat in one when I was a little kid. Of course, not being a sleeper car, being the regular car. So under the hood we have I'm hearing a V6. Yes, a twin turbo V6, overhead valve, old school, pushing 56 horsepower and 410 pound-feet of torque. Wow, that's pretty sweet. Let's see, is it real drive or all-wheel drive? Oh, it's all-wheel drive. Okay. It's called torque curve, Mr. Jacob. Open your apps in the game. It's called torque curve. Torque curve. Yeah. Here we go. Oh my God, the Ferrari is coming along. 12.9. 12.9, my friends. Amazing. 106. Sweet. Pickup truck destroying a Ferrari. Amazing. All right, let's see what we have next. I mean, we have 15 cars. I don't know how much we have left, but we need to get going so we can actually drive them around the track. So the next one is called, we have this one. It's called the Murano Fury 400 TP. And let's see what we have next. We have the Pythagoras, this one, the yellow one, and that's pretty much it. Then we can start driving them. I'm trying to remember if this thing actually is from the 90s or not. No, this is not from the 90s. Okay, so let's see. The next one is called the Murano Fury 400 TP. All right. Let's see how the Murano looks like. Oh yes, I remember this one. This one also took very, very long time for the creator to finish, as you can see, because he wanted to make sure this thing looks pretty sweet and pretty awesome at the same time. And as you can see, it looks the part very, very nicely, apart from the the wipers for the headlights. They look out of shape a little bit, but it's really sweet. We have a V10 under the hood as well, pushing 384 horsepower and 330 pound-feet of torque. Okay, let's try and let's change the opponent. Let's pick another opponent. Ferrari is just done. Okay, let's pick another opponent. I don't know which, because I don't want to make it lose, and I don't want to make it easy as well. Hello Mr. Rodrigo. Hello my friend. Thank you for joining. We are testing the 1990s factory sleeper cars here. I don't know which one actually. Okay, let's put it against basically, okay, the Jeep Wrangler. Let's see if the Jeep actually is faster or slower. The Jeep actually is surprisingly fast. Where is he going? Here we go. The Crown Vic. Okay. Do I still have it here? Do I still have that Crown Vic? I forgot. I still have it here in the game. Here we go. Okay, the Crown Vic taxi tuned from my birthday live stream. All right, here we go. Oh man, let's go back. I wanted to get disqualified. Here we go. Okay. Look at that. So 12.8 seconds. That is pretty sweet actually at 108 against 13.8 at 1 second extra. Wow, full second extra at 101. That is awesome. Brakes are actually surprisingly strong. Okay, let's see what we have next. Here we go. Let's see after this thing we have, here we go, we have the final one, which is the Pythagoras. Okay, the Pythagoras 2800B. And then after the Pythagoras, we can of course go and start driving the cars professionally to see which one actually is the fastest on the track. Now the Pythagoras, I'll admit, it looks very, very bland. And I'm seeing it right now in BeamNG and it looks absolutely super bland. Oh, I remember why I accepted this thing, because it's super light. Yes, it's super light. That's why I accepted it, because I want to see how much of a difference this thing will make. 272 horsepower and 215 pound-feet of torque. So let's see. Now, obviously, the Crown Vic is a lot more powerful. So let's see. But a lot more heavier. This thing weighs like a feather. Yep. Wow. 12.5 seconds at 109 because it's lighter. It weighs like a feather. Amazing. Sweet. Is it all-wheel drive, I think? Yep. Wow, this thing accelerates hard. Okay. Okay, so we finished drag racing. We had our fun. Now, of course, let's start being professional here. Let's take these things around the track. Here we go, long race, starting with the Admiral GS. Here we go, starting with it. Here we go. Do you have something like a VW Beetle? I really wanted to create something similar, but we don't have the body in automation game. I don't know. I've searched for it and I didn't find it. I really want to create something similar to the Beetle, because I did create a replica, a very close replica for the Porsche 356B, and I want to create something similar, which is like the Beetle, for example. What's wrong with the game? Anyway, so let's start with, of course, the first one, the Admiral, with its V6 natural aspirated. I don't know what's wrong with the game, but let's see. Is there traction control on? No. Here we go. It's all-wheel drive, manual. Wow, very long gearing. Okay, first corner, not bad at all. A little bit understeery, but come on, turn in. Alright, Admiral. Let's see what you are capable of. Whoa, what's wrong with the game? Stupid BeamNG, don't do that. Here we go. Top speed, or straight line speed. Not bad. Alright, now brake test. Here we go. Alright, not bad at all. Understeer, yes. It's censoring something, yeah. Wow, so far actually the Admiral actually is pretty sweet. Actually is pretty sweet. And here we go. 2 minutes 07.235. Wow, that's actually not bad. Not a bad start indeed. Very sweet time. I really like it. This thing actually does understeers a little bit, like a tiny hair, but when you actually learn how to drive it, it's superb. It's really fun to throw around corners. It's very sweet. It feels very controllable. It feels very safe, actually. I wasn't scared at all. This V6 surprisingly worked perfectly. Gearbox ratios are a little bit too long, but with the all-wheel drive system, with the current grip of the car, it's absolutely perfect. Spot on, my friend, indeed. Very nice work, my friend. Okay, what a great start. Let's see how the next one will be. The next one, which is the AMB T140 something model. Here we go. What is the live stream calendar? Well, Mr. Rodrigo, as always, the live stream will be on at 10 p.m. plus 3 GMT time. That's my local time. This thing will never change unless, of course, there is something like very urgent or something important, or something prevents me from going live on Friday, but it's always at 10 p.m. unless something happens, God forbid. But but sometimes I do make some like midweek live stream, like for maybe testing a video for the challenge, or maybe like playing a game with you guys, like an online game or something. Who knows? But the official live stream is always on Friday at 10 p.m. plus 3 GMT time. Okay, so now the next car is, which is this one, the T140 GST, which looks like a BMW from the back and something special from the front. I really like it. It looks very sweet, and it's rear-wheel drive. This thing has an inline 6 turbo, aluminium. So let's see. Here we go. It's rear-wheel drive. so we need to be careful. Softy suspension, it's okay. Here we go, brakes, really not bad, strong, oh my god. Oh man. Okay, let's try again. That was a little bit not really great. Okay. Let's try again, but this time let's be careful. Here we go, first corner, braking in. It's a tail happy car basically. It's a BMW. This thing acts like a BMW, which is really sweet. Whoa, not much rear grip. Come on. We are not in a drift race, we are in a track race. So be grippy, be a nice car, and don't crash. Wants to spin out, or you know, wants to slide. But the speed actually is really not bad. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving, Mr. Tyler. Look at the speed, it's a lot faster than the previous car. Alright, brake test. Oh my god, the brakes are fading hard, the front ones at least. Wow, the brakes were actually on fire, the front ones at least. Spin out, stupid car. Oof. Wow, that's actually surprising. Yes, I'll admit, this thing could have been a little bit faster on the last corner because this thing did, you know, went left and right a little bit, you know, danced a little bit. So maybe this thing can be a little bit quicker than the previous car. But being a rear-wheel drive car is really tricky to drive. The previous car, the Admiral, was absolutely super easy to drive, super easy to throw around corners. This thing, this AMB is very tricky. You need to control the throttle. You need to make sure it's really grippier. It's really running grippy because a little mistake and you can actually spin out and crash easily. But I like it. It's very challenging to drive, and it's when you drive it nicely, you can actually feel a rewarding feeling that you actually drove something difficult and you managed to pull it off. Sweet actually, I like it. It's very close to an all-wheel drive vehicle. As you can see, rear-wheel drive, very close to an all-wheel drive vehicle, or maybe a little bit faster actually, if I was a little bit more careful. Very nice. The next challenge, my friend, will be I will be voting for it maybe tomorrow if I was available, but I'll try my best to shoot it quickly because I know how much you guys are excited for every new challenge. So I'll try my best to make sure we actually vote for it tomorrow. So prepare your ideas in case that I can actually start the brainstorming session tomorrow, unless of course you want to say if you want to. I forgot the word. Oh my god, I forgot the word in English. If you want to, I forgot the name. How can I say it? Okay, so if you want to, if you want to sponsor your own challenge, my friend. If you want to sponsor your own challenge, if you don't want to wait for the brainstorming session, if you don't want to, wait for everyone else's ideas. If you want to just your challenge with your own rules, if you want to design your own challenge, you can of course support the channel by signing up to our Patreon page. You can download my special cards, and of course you can, sponsor your own challenge with your own rules if you want to. Anyway, we had so much fun, and now of course let's go with the third car. Really nice work for this car, the AMB. Very sweet. Here we go. So after the A and B, we have the Apogee Sport 303. Oh, the Apogee with the nods underneath it, scraping nods. I don't know how I'm gonna fix it, but let's see. We never did a factory sleeper challenge, Mr. Vlad. So how would you like me to, how would you like me to like, if you have a better idea, Mr. Vlad, if you have a better idea on how to choose challenges, let me know, because I think it's fair this way, that people actually throw their ideas and people vote on them. Because I can just choose my own challenges and that's it. But this way is a lot more, how can I say, there's a lot more democrat, it's a lot more democracy this way, which is letting people throw their ideas in and vote on them, instead of just, just telling you guys, okay, the next challenge is this and you have to follow these rules and that's it. So if you have a better idea, Mr. Vlad, let me know. Drag racing, the sleepers again, I see. No, I'm Mr. Tiago, the drag racing was just for fun. The test is on the track, not on the drag race, not on the drag strip. No, the drag racing was just for fun. But the winner of this challenge will be the fastest one around the track. So who knows? Alright, so this car here is the Apogee, but obviously we have nods underneath it. I'm pressing control, but I can't see them. So yes, this thing will scrape. No, this one or the next one. I forgot which car is scraping. So let's see. Who knows? Let's see. This one or the next one. No, not this one. So we have a V8 all-wheel drive. Okay, first corner. The brakes are not really impressive, and also the suspension is under steering. Yeah, under steering. Oh my god, a lot under steering. Steering into a wall. That was absolutely rubbish. Okay. Ooh, new camera. I like it. Alright, brake test. 3, 2, 1, and alright, not bad. Strong enough. Understeer suspension. Not really impressed. Oh my god, understeer. I could, oh my god. Get back. This thing is really weird. This thing was tuned weirdly. Wow. Oh my god, turn in, turn in. Whoa, that was really close. Whoa. Whoosh. Oh my god, that was absolutely super scary. I was a tiny hair close from that, I don't know what they call it, that metal wall. That was absolutely scary, a very close call. Oh my god, for a moment I thought, oh my god, I destroyed the car. Okay, and that's the result, my friend, of understeer. The previous two cars, the all-wheel drive Admiral and the one after it that looks like a BMW from the back, both of them were actually tuned superbly. But this one, unfortunately, this one has a great engine, great gearbox. The brakes were actually surprisingly nice actually, but the suspension and the tires basically are super understeery. Oh my god, super understeer like nothing I've seen before. That was so super a super close call, unfortunately. But yeah, or actually fortunately. I mean, really nice work on the design, but the tune needs a lot of attention. So yeah, thank you so much for participating. Hello, Mr. Neris. Hello, my friend. Thank you for joining. Okay, so after the Apogee, we have the Astra. The Woody, the Astra Woody W Project something. So let's see, the Woody. Here we go. So Mr. Jurika said, I submitted these ideas but got only a few votes. Let's see, which challenge idea, Mr. Bendika, Mr. Bendake, which challenge idea? I'm sorry, I didn't read it, Mr. Bendake. Which challenge idea? Now, Mr. Random Project says mine will definitely understeer. It's the Pythagoras. Okay, all right. So let's see what we have here. So this is a pretty looking SUV with very nice attention to details on the side, the wood panels, the front, the badging. The car actually, this vehicle looks sweet. You have an inline six under the hood, a massive inline six actually, with a ton of torque and nice amount of horsepower, and it's all-wheel drive. So let's see if this thing actually handles good actually, because this thing on the drag strip was actually very sweet. I apologize, Mr. Bendika, Mr. Bendek, but I can't scroll up because I'm inside the game and the chat window has no scroll up. Yeah, I would love if you can actually write it again. Here we go. So let's see how this thing will drive. Okay. Automatic. Okay, there is a sport mode for the automatic, so let's keep it in it. Here we go. Oh my god, the brakes. Oh, the brakes are not really strong. It's like braking the bus. But it's very smooth actually. Come on. A little bit understeery, but it's a lot better than the previous car. The brakes actually feel spongy. It feels not really impressive. The brake power is not really sufficient for the weight and the mass of the car. Suspension is actually good. Yeah. Okay, let's see what kind of speed we can achieve here. Pretty looking. 17 psi of boost. Pistons are getting hammered. Yes, it's very heavy, of course. But the speed actually surprisingly... Oh my god, now the brakes. Let's hope. And here we go. Brake test. Wow, surprisingly they worked here. Brakes did work here. Come on, turn in. Automatic gearbox is really a bad idea because it's really lazy. I mean, even in the sport mode, it doesn't really shift or shift down quick enough. It feels lazy, but it works. And here we go. Whoa. Oh my god, this SUV is actually a little bit fast, a little bit slower than the Admiral and the BMW looking car. Wow, look at that. 2 minutes 7 again. Sweet. Sweet. That is absolutely a very consistent time. 207, 207, 207. Wow, very sweet. I'm actually proud of myself. These three cars, all-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive, and a massive SUV, all three of them performing the same time. That's sweet, actually. So Mr. Bentake says, I would love some, tough hill climb challenge. Screaming 200, 300 horsepower-ish, light beast, something like motoring Japanese show with what Kishi, I don't know how to pronounce that. Anyone with me? Italy hill climb. Well, we do have the Pikes Peak map, and we actually did the Pikes Peak challenge, hill climb challenge. We actually did it before, Mr. Bendake. We actually did it, yeah, in the past. So I don't know if people wants another hill climb challenge. Why not? We can do it. I mean, I have no problem with it. I actually enjoyed that challenge because it was so nice. It was so crazy, and the cars were very, very quick back then. And 200, 300 horsepower sounds interesting. So it's up to you, my friend. You can throw your idea in, and if people likes it, then why not? It will go on the vote on YouTube. But if the people refuse, then unfortunately your challenge will not be picked, Mr. Bendake. Or of course you can of course sponsor your own challenge with your own rules. You can select your own rules, your own challenge, and I'll be just basically making the prize car only basically. Yeah, you can do that by submitting to by of course to my Patreon page. You need to subscribe to it in the correct tier. Mr. Random Project USA said a single turbo flat engine would be OP. Yeah, I know what you mean. Since you could fit a large turbo on top and already massive. Yes, that's correct. Competitor challenge were fun. Yeah, yeah, Mr. Vlad. All right, gentlemen. So very nice times. And now, of course, let's see how this thing will. Of course, let's see what we have next. So after the Astra, Mr. Eureka, the link in the description. Just press the link and check out my Patreon page. See what kind of tier you want to subscribe to, and pick your favorite one. Pick the one you feel that you want to subscribe to. There is the regular one. There is the challenge. You can create your own challenge one, and there is of course the VIP one. Okay. The VIP also you can create your own challenge if you want to. If you want to become like a VIP judge member, and if you want to sponsor your own challenge, you can pick the VIP if you want to. Anyway, let's see. We finished from the Woody SUV, which was very. Oh my God, this is the auto state now. Okay, we are back with the auto state. Who's ready to see if the auto state is actually a pretty fast around the track or not? On the drag strip, it was a beast, basically, the auto state. But who knows, maybe on the track, maybe it will understeer, maybe it will oversteer, maybe it will be undrivable. Who knows? Yeah, take your time, Mr. Random Project. Here we go. So this is the auto state VZ, that's the name of it. Under the hood, we have a massive engine, 10.8 liter V8 twin turbo, basically the maximum capacity V8 in automation game, pushing 950 horsepower and 1,124 pound-feet of torque. So it's a beast, but can we actually use the horsepower around the track or only on the drag strip? Who knows? Let's see. Oh my God, the brakes are rubbish. Very soft. Oh my God, understeering suspension. And vicious limited slip diff. That's a weird combination. Oh my God, the brakes! Stop! So handling is absolute rubbish, but power. Oh my God! Come on, go in a straight line. Here we go. Speed and power. Whoa! Limited. Stop! Oh my God, the ABS is not really working. Come on. Whoa. That was massive. Oh my god. Yep. Thank you, understeer. Thank you so much, vicious limited slip differential. Thank you. That was absolute garbage. Okay, let's try again. Let's make a cleaner lap. That was a rubbish lap. Stop. Putting a vicious limited slip diff is the worst idea ever in a massive engine. Because this thing runs like an open diff. Spins the inner tires, which is very rubbish. And the suspension is so soft and so gooey. It feels like a 950 horsepower Rolls Royce. Look at that, in a straight line, it flies. Oh my god, only 4 speed? I just noticed it. This thing is only a 4-speed manual. Only 4 speed. There is no 5th speed. And this is the top speed, 270 only. Wow. Stop. Brakes. 'Kay, let's slow down here. We don't want to crash again. Here we go. Oh, 1 minute 59.8. Yes, I'll admit this thing was the worst handling car here. I'll admit that. But putting a 950 horsepower engine really solves some issue, because yes, it did understeer, but of course when you put your foot down and unleash all the horses, well, basically the tires will spin and you will get a little bit of oversteer, and you know, it should actually correct the understeer a little bit. The brakes were not really impressive. Suspension was very soft, very gooey, very rubbish, unfortunately. Tires, yes, the tires actually feel cheap, because, and I know why, because the creator I mean, he's just itching to put this 950 horsepower engine in the car, so he unfortunately went cheap on everything else. Cheap on the tires, cheap on the brakes, cheap on everything. Yes, it's a nice thing. I love the engine. It's a pretty sweet idea, and you, my friend, you pulled it off in a $30,000 budget. You actually pulled it off. That's a quite an achievement. On the drag strip, nothing will beat it. But around the track, yeah, as you can see, 200 horsepower car or 300 horsepower car, only like 7 seconds slower only. Yeah. But, I mean, nice work. It's the fastest one here, and I kind of like it. It looks actually sweet, and drove in a weird way, but you, my friend, you did quite an achievement here. So nice work, my friend, indeed. You actually pulled it off. Okay. After the 950 horsepower monster, we have the banger touring 5.5 liter. Now this car will definitely scrape the ground because of the latest automation bugs. Here we go. It's really sweet. Wow, what a car that was. I apologize for crashing it the first time because it did understeer hard, but yeah. Yeah, yes, Mr. Van Dyke, I think that's the. Yeah, $29,500 engine, $500 car. Yeah, on a technical slower track, yes, definitely. Yes, definitely. Okay, so this thing here is, it's called the Banger 5 liter, I think. I forgot. Is it the Banger or what is it? It's called, I don't know, yes, Banger Touring. Now I like it. It looks sweet, but during to the latest automation update, this thing has some sort of nods underneath the car, and that means this thing will definitely scrape. So excuse the scraping noise, and let's see how this thing will actually run. V8. It's real drive. Oh my god, so loud. Okay, so I wasn't talking during the drivability of the during driving of the car because, first of all, it's rear-wheel drive car, which is a little bit tricky, but it's actually fun to drive. If you actually ignore the scraping noise, the horrible scraping noise, this thing actually is surprisingly fun to drive. Even with its rear-wheel drive system, actually it feels fun, it feels sweet to drive. The V8 noise is very very nice. The car actually was tuned nicely. Everything is nice about the car. The suspension, the grip, the brakes, everything was absolutely spot on, except of course for the automation bug, which makes this thing has having some nods underneath it, which is scraping, like when Paul Walker actually destroyed his Eclipse, putting so much noise danger to manifold. You know the story. Anyway, so Mr. Miguel, please keep it in English, my friend. I mean, no offense. I know some people don't know how to speak English, or they want to speak their own language, but we all of us here speak English, so I would love if you can keep it in English, Mr. Miguel. Thank you so much for understanding. All right, gentlemen. So we finished from the banger, which is very very sweet. Now, of course, let's see what we have next. After the banger, we have, where is the banger? I forgot. Ah, here we go. This is the auto state, the banger. After it, we have the, no, not the Dawn. Yes, the Laguna S1000. Let's see how this thing will run. Who's sending me messages on my phone? Let's see. I got a message here. Let's see, opening Instagram a little bit. Who's that? Ah, that's really sweet. Someone sent me. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! I just got, someone actually sent me a video on Instagram of some idiot. Really, I'm not joking. Of some idiot driving a Dodge Challenger. You know, the new one, the modern one, going over, I don't know, a speed bump in a very very high speed, and the result is that this Challenger is flying up in the air, and when it hits the ground, sparks flying everywhere. The suspension is all gone. Oh my god! I want to screenshot or, you know, record it so I can show it to you guys on Discord. That was absolutely savage. What an idiot. Anyway, let's drive this thing. So what we have here is all right. So what we have here is the Laguna the S1000, which is basically a sweet-looking luxury two-door GT car, a Grand Tourer basically. Looks very sweet, very luxurious. We have a massive box of 6 underneath, twin turbo, single exhaust, very refined, very sweet. Let's see how much this thing will. I think this thing around, I don't know, 600, 700 horsepower. So let's see. Whoa. Let's see if this thing actually is controllable. Yes. Thank you, gear limited slip diff. Under the steering, but it's sweet. It's not bad. Whoa, look at the speed. Alright, here we go. Picking up some nice pace of speed. 250, 260, and brake test. Oh, the brakes. The brakes are absolute rubbish. Yeah. The brakes, yeah. So at high speed, those brakes these things will never stop it at high speed. So let's try again. I'll try to be more careful. Thank you so much, Mr. Jerica. I really appreciate that you joined me here. Brakes. Okay guys, I'm sorry, one last try, because I want to make it fair. I want to make it fair for this car. I don't want to be like rude or say bad things about it. Yes, the brakes are actually rubbish, but I want to drive it. Yeah. The car feels heavy, and I think, yes, I did actually brake a little bit too late, but the car feels a little bit heavy. Okay, let's try again. So hitting 260 kilometers per hour, that wasn't in our favor. So let's try to brake. And let's see. Right now. Oh my god, the brakes are on fire. Okay, the brakes were definitely on fire. That's much better. Keep it neat. Keep it controllable. Go. Whoa. Soft suspension. The brakes are definitely on fire. Oh my goodness, check it out. 1 minute 56.528. Wow, this thing with its 650 or maybe 700 horsepower, I forgot. So it's around 650, 700, something like this, the horsepower. It's faster around this track than a 950 horsepower car. And the reason is because it's tuned better. The suspension, it's less understeery than that 950 horsepower car, less understeery, and the tires do actually grip. They are not really that cheap. They are actually grippy. But the only concern that I have with this car is the brakes. Yes, I'll admit it, I did actually brake very late on the first lap. I was focusing on achieving very high speed, and I did brake late. But even on the second lap, even on the clean lap, on some corners the brakes did actually gave up, and as you have seen, the brakes actually were on fire. They were overheating. They weren't really working. But sweet Jesus, this thing is absolutely amazing, absolutely sweet. 1 minute 56.5, spot on indeed. Very nice work, my friend. Yes, it's less powerful than the previous car, but it's definitely handling this horsepower a lot better. So very nice work, my friend, indeed. And well, better luck next time to the AutoState creator. All right, so let's see what we have next. Let's see. We finished from the Draguna. All right, now the Envoy, something like this. W320 Turbina, or something like this. Okay, let's see. Yes, Mr. Bendig, I know I'm not the best driver out there. No, of course I'm not the best driver. I'll try my best always to be as quick as possible. But remember, I've never driven these cars in my life. This is the first time that I'm driving those cars ever around the track. I don't know when to brake. I don't know how much throttle to use. It's the first time for me. So yeah, the first time doing these times, I think it's not bad. Yeah, so let's see. This is the Evori, something like this. It looks very sweet. It looks very 90s. Looks like a Mercedes 90s a little bit. Some Mercedes touch-ups there and there, but it's very awesome looking. Love the badging and the work. We have a cast iron inline 6 under the hood. It's turbocharged. So let's see. Alright, Mr. George, let's see. First corner. Alright, very balanced, very sweet. Brakes are actually decent. Three-wheel drive, yes, that's oversteering. Very sweet, very controllable. Tried to hit the apex, but I don't know, the controller didn't respond. I don't know why. Okay, let's hope it doesn't happen again. So very nice speed actually. The speed is surprisingly impressive actually. Alright, brake test now. Brakes are actually very strong. I like it. 2 minutes 11.052. Okay, so that's really not bad. It's not the slowest time here, obviously, but it's really actually sweet to drive. Yes, I made some mistakes. The controller didn't respond very sweet. It did very nicely with me, unfortunately, on some corners. I tried to hit the apexes on some corners, but I couldn't, thanks to this, well, controller basically. But it was very nice to drive. It was very controllable. The engine felt very sweet, very smooth. The power curve is very nicely. The turbo is working perfectly. Suspension is nice. Brakes are very nice. And the car looks like a Mercedes, so it's a win-win. Very nice work, Mr. George. Very nice work indeed. Sweet looking car, sweet driving car indeed. All right, let's see what we have after the Envoy or the Avori, or yeah, after it. Let's see what we have. Oh, here we go. So after it, we have this one, the ER wagon, the ER wagon something turbo, which is a very sweet looking SUV slash unique looking car. Yeah. Okay, so while it's loading, let me take a look on Snapchat, see what people are posting. Let's see. Oh, who's that? Oh my goodness. Okay, so some inappropriate things. No, I'm not interested in that. Thank you. Okay, happy Thanksgiving. Yes, thank you. No, I'm not in the US. No. Alright, gentlemen. So the next one, which is called the ER wagon. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it in German, but yes, it says Wagen, I think. I don't know if the W are actually pronouncing it like V, Wagen or Wagen. Anyway, it looks very sweet, very nice attention to details. It's very awesome looking vehicle basically. The front is a little bit too square to me, but in general it's very sweet. We have a twin turbo V8. Okay, let's see. All-wheel drive. You're welcome, Mr. George. Thank you for participating. Here we go. So first corner, brakes. Yeah. Not bad. Very long gearing. Wagon, okay. So they do actually, so I'm not mistaken. So the W, in German it's V, Wagen. Surprisingly nice. Speed is decent. Yeah, speed is definitely decent. And stop. Brakes are very strong, not bad. Not bad at all. 2 minutes 9 seconds .035. That's really not bad. This thing actually was surprisingly tuned very nicely. On some corners I did actually enjoy throwing it around. Yes, it's a massive SUV, but it's actually handling pretty sweet. It does grip nicely, it does handle nicely. And who is sending me messages on Ah, on WhatsApp. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Someone sent me an invite to, I don't know, I think a party or something. Thanksgiving. Ooh, someone is making a Thanksgiving party here in Riyadh. Wow, that's new. Okay. Okay, let's see. I don't know if I can film in it or take videos or photos, but okay, I'm going. Of course I'm going. I've never been to a Thanksgiving party. I mean, I'm not Christian, but I would love to have some turkey. Okay. All right, here we go. Let me just type for him a little bit. Here we go. Just a moment. I apologize, guys, for making you wait. Sweet. Okay. All right, gentlemen. By the way, I've never tasted the Thanksgiving turkey. What does the stuffing is made from? Like I've seen it in TV shows and movies. I've seen some cooking shows, but I forgot actually what kind of stuffing they put in it. Like vegetables or rice or grits. I don't know. I haven't really ate one. Yeah. Yeah, I know what Thanksgiving is, but I've never like been to a Thanksgiving party. Any traditions that I can add that I should actually be aware, be aware from or of? Anything that I should be careful, not to do, or anything that I should do or bring with me? Yeah, because I've never been to a dinner, Thanksgiving dinner or Thanksgiving party, basically. So I would love some tips, so I don't so I don't embarrass myself over there, because I've never been to one of these things. All right, so we finished from the Air Wagon basically, which is an absolute treat to drive, very very nicely tuned, and being a German vehicle, that's why it's very very nice because it's German engineering basically. Yeah. Any tips, my friend? Any tips, Mr. Random Project Works? Because I really don't want to embarrass myself. Yeah. Anyway, so any help, anything will help really. So okay. Uh, okay, so Mr. Random Project says there are multiple courses of food though. Like what? The turkey and something else, or what do you mean? Or you mean like main course and then dessert? Okay, so let's see. After the Air Wagon, where is it? After the Air Wagon, we have the Freedom Flyer SS. All right, that's will be exciting. Where's my cup of tea? Ah, here we go. It's getting cold. Okay, that's good to know. Are you guys here also with me? Any one of you guys wants to help me, or you know, want to mention anything to me? Any help, guys? I would love anything that could help. I think Mr. Luke says I think my car is the only one that's purple. Really? Anyway, so the Freedom Flyer SS is a rental looking 90s car, which is very sweet. That's actually what I really want in this challenge. A boring looking car from the 90s. I mean, this thing is boring, yes, but it was made nicely. I mean, this thing is not missing any detail, so it's sweet. It's not ugly, no. But it's a boring rental car with a massive engine under the hood with a ton of horsepower. This thing's running with a twin turbo V8 all-wheel drive. It's a monster on the drag strip. But let's see if this thing actually will handle nicely here. Alright, I'll read it after the race. I'll read it. There we go, first corner. Alright, that was nice, I think. Oh my god, what's happening to the game? This rental car is breaking the game. fast. It's definitely fast. Fastest rental car in the 90s. Here we go. Great test. Oh, the brakes are on fire. But this thing actually managed to stop. Suspension definitely took a massive hit. On corner. Wow, 2 minutes. 2 minutes exactly. That's a quick rental car. That's definitely a quick rental car. That is absolutely sweet. I really like it. I definitely like this thing. Really, really sweet. 2 minutes, 2 minutes exactly. Point 323. That is absolutely amazing. Very, very nice work, my friend. Indeed, this thing. I mean, this thing. Yes, it did understeer. The brakes didn't work on most of the corners, but this thing was very, very nice to drive. Surprisingly, very, very fun to drive, and very boring, very, very boring looking. So it's a true sleeper. Amazing. So I think Mr. George, and I think I know the reason behind those black squares, because every time, and I've seen it on many, 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 many challenges before. Every time that I drive on the same track, a car after another car after another car, you know, like finishing a time, finishing a lap, then selecting another car and continue like that, a lap after a lap. This problems, happens all the time. Not only on this map, also everywhere, on the automation test track, on the rally test track. So yeah, every time that I drive on a certain track, when I'm using more than two cars constantly, so yeah, it will happen. It will These things will happen as well. Anyway, very, very nice work for the Freedom Flyer. Let's see what we have after it. Ah, the heavy. Here we go. Let's have some American pickup love here. We have a massive pickup truck, rear-wheel drive, V8 under the hood, old school, superb. Let's see if this thing actually can handle. On the drag strip, it was not bad, but let's see if the suspension maybe was designed for, handling. Here we go. We have a pickup truck basically, which looks very, very classy, or classic, and we have an old school V8. Actually, not an old school, it's actually a modern school. It's a double overhead cam. Huh. It's a 60 degrees as well. So yes, not really an old school. No, not really an old school. And the suspension definitely is not really an old school. No, the rear suspension is what is this? This is double wishbone. Yes, double wishbone. So it's not really old school. It's actually modern school. All right, let's see. Traction control off. Drive, of course. Nice acceleration. Right brakes, not really that bad. It's like if the gearbox, it's like if someone grinded the gears. I'm not grinding the gears. Something is scraping. I'm not grinding the gears. No. Yep. See? What a fast thing indeed. boy is actually working. Here we go, and brake test now. Wow, that's actually surprisingly very, very nice to drive. Go 2 minutes 10.091. What a nice time actually for this pickup. I was really expecting this thing to be a lot slower than this, because when I saw it on the drag strip, it wasn't really that exciting. It was real drive, spinning the tires. You know, I thought to myself, maybe this thing will be just a tire spinning monster, but turned out to be grippy actually. I was using most of the power on every single corner without worrying about sliding or over spinning out and crashing. And surprisingly, it was very nice to drive. It was tuned actually very, very nicely. So nice work, my friend, indeed. This heavy boy is actually working as it should be. Pretty sweet work, my friend, indeed. And well, it's in the 8th place, so yeah, better luck next time. But I really had so much fun driving it. All right, gentlemen, we have 4 cars left. We drove 11 cars. That means we have 4 cars left. Let's see what we have after the heavy. Here we go. Where are you, heavy boy? Where are you? Here we go. This is the heavy. After the Jeep Cherokee now. Oh boy, I'm really worried about this because it's 4x4, and 4x4 system, it's not like all-wheel drive. No, 4x4 is a true recipe of understeer. So with finger crossed, let's hit the play button. Let's read some of your awesome comment. I don't know what the topic is, but Mr. Random Project says, what? I'm a heavy weapon guy, and this is my weapon. She weighs 150 kilos and fires $200 custom tool cartridges at 110,000 rounds per minute. It costs $400,000 what percent to fire this weapon for 12 seconds. Really? What is it, like a game weapon or a real weapon? Anyway, so this is a Jeep Cherokee basically. I'm really excited about it. On the drag strip, this thing actually was pretty sweet, but this thing was 4x4. So, and look at that ladder chassis and everything. So yeah, there is not much really hope this thing to handle very nicely, but who knows? Miracles can happen. Yep, 4x4. It's automatic as well. Here we go. First corner, brakes. Oh my god, the brakes. Okay, let's try again. The brakes are not really impressive. Let's try again. This time use the brakes better. And brake. Oh my god, the brakes. What in God's name is the brake system on this thing? Okay, one more last time. Okay, let's brake earlier this time. And brake. Here we go. Wow, brakes are really rubbish, unfortunately. Oh my god, understeer. I really hope I will not crash this thing at the last corner. Come on, turn in. Drag strip, this thing was really a lot better than this, but here Let's see what kind of speed we can achieve. I'm gonna play it safe and brake right now. I'm gonna play it safe, yes. Right, that's a lot better. Turn in. Brake. I don't want to crash it. Come on. Use the power and come on, all the way to the end. 2 minutes 11.4. Okay, not bad. 11th place. Not bad at all. So, a true oversteering monster. Yes, a true oversteering monster. Thanks, of course, to the 4x4 system. Also, the brakes are not really strong enough for this vehicle. This thing is really a big mass of a car, very heavy, with a powerful engine up front. So, yeah, it's not gonna brake beautifully. It's not gonna turn the corner beautifully, unfortunately. In a straight line, yes, this thing actually flies, but around corners, meh, it feels like meh. It's not really perfect. I'm sorry. It's good, yes, in a straight line, but around corners, it's still a Jeep. I mean, the suspension underneath is still Jeep suspension, and it feels like Jeep suspension actually. Yeah, so nice work. I love it, but if you want to go around corners, this thing needs a better tune for the suspension. All right, my friends. So after the Jeep Cherokee, we have the Marquez 40 wagon. 375 horsepower, V10, naturally aspirated, I think. Let's see. I'm really having so much fun. So amazing, so many amazing cars for tonight. Oh, hello, who's that? Someone sent me a snap. Oh my god, who sent me this? You filthy... I can't swear on YouTube. Yeah, but no, this guy definitely got blocked. I'm not into that nonsense. Please don't send me this inappropriate things. Yeah, I'm not interested, dude. No, I'm not interested. I'm not even into that. No, don't. Yeah, I definitely got blocked. Anyway, so this thing, I forgot the name of this thing. This thing, it's called the I forgot. Lorenzo's. No, not Lorenzo. I forgot what's the name of it. I always forget the name of it. It has a special name. The Marquez 40 wagon. Okay, the Marquez 40 wagon V10, naturally aspirated, 375 horsepower. Let's see. Okay, and brake. Not bad at all. Feels very, very stable. Understeer, couldn't get that apex. Oh, where should I go? Alright, the speed is actually impressive. Now brake test right now. Oh, very, very nice brakes. my god, where should I go? What happened? Where's the track? Stupid game. What a stupid game. Oh man, 205 ruining the lap. I apologize. This thing actually ruined the lap. Yes, this thing's supposed to be, I don't know, 203 or maybe 204, I think. But I don't know what happened. Things went black and I couldn't see where to go. And we survived with 205.754. I apologize for the creator of this car, but yeah, BeamNG is not really the smoothest game to keep driving on the same track over and over and over and over. As you can see, 13 cars in, and yeah, but this thing definitely starts to give up. Mr. George, if I exit the game, the stream will stop. I can't exit the game because I don't have the automation game opened next to it on the program. Usually when I do the Friday live stream, I open both games. I tell the program that I'm gonna play both games, so I prepare the program for dual windows, for dual game windows. And yeah, right now the program is only prepared for a single game. So if I exit this game, the stream definitely will stop. So 13 cars in. I loved driving this Marquez. At first it felt really wallowy, but at the middle of the lap and at the end it felt very, very awesome, because I start to learn when to brake, how much power to use. It's very, very sweet. All right, so 2 cars left. Let's see. After the Marquez, we should have. Let's see. After the Marquez, we have the Mazda and we have 3 cars left, because yes, one of the cars supposed to get disqualified, but it was in. That means 3 cars left. We have the Mazda, the Murano, and the Pythagoras. So 3 cars left. Here we go. The Mazda first. Restart the stream. I barely got it working, Mr. Miguel. I barely got it working. It wasn't really working at first. It was a nightmare because this is a freshly installed Windows. So I barely got it working, and I'm not sure if it will work again. So let's try and play it safe here, and let God help us. So the Mazda. Here we go. So basically this is a 1990s Mazda pickup with a V6 under the hood. Here we go. So if the black problem happens again on the track itself, I'm gonna try maybe exit and going back in. But if this thing doesn't bother me, then I'll continue. Here we go. Surprise, this thing actually is grippy. Surprise, it's really good around corners. Oh my god, what's happening? Look at the body. Here we go. And brake. Alright, brakes are very strong. Very sweet. across the line at 2 minutes. 2 minutes 06. Oh, that is absolutely sweet. Fifth place, 2 minutes 06.2. Wow, what a time indeed for this Mazda pickup. This thing felt very, very grippy, very, very sweet to drive on many corners. The brakes were absolutely super strong. I definitely enjoyed driving it. Amazing. Yeah, on the limit, yeah. Amazing. What a car. What a pickup. That is absolutely sweet time, sweet drivability, sweet noise. Amazing. Very, very nice work, my friend, indeed. All right, after the Mazda pickup, we should have the Murano, which is rear-wheel drive. God helps us. God help us here. So it's rear-wheel drive, this Murano thing. I think it's V10 maybe, I think. It's powerful. It's rear-wheel drive. Awesome. Should explain why it got disqualified. Which car got disqualified? Which car got disqualified, Mr. Luke? Because all the reasons are on my Discord in the announcements, and I'm gonna be putting them also in the description after we finish here. So the Murano here, or the Murano something here, is running with a V10. It's rear-wheel drive and it looks sweet. So who knows? Here we go. And brake. Brakes are really strong. I like it. God, that was a little bit scary. Alright, 2 minutes 10. Now, I'll have to admit, this thing can actually be a 2 minutes 9. Yeah, I think this thing can actually be a 2 minutes 9. Because I did had some issues a little bit with the rear-wheel drive, you know, the car tried to spin out a little bit, tried to oversteer a little bit, but it's a properly made car, a proper made car. It's really sweet to drive. It's tricky, yes. You need to keep control with the throttle, with the steering, but it's really sweet to drive. It looks great, sounds amazing, it looks great, and a proper car. Very, very nice work, my friend, indeed. Yeah, you can Mr. Luke, Mr. Luke, you can say 10th place or 9th place. The car did struggle a little bit with the wheel drive. I did struggle a little bit with the wheel drive system, so you can say 9th, 10th place. You know, in between. Yeah, this thing can be a little bit faster if I was a little bit cleaner with it. Yeah, yeah, you can say 10th, 9th, something like this. But it's a proper car. I like it. Very, very sweet. All right, the final car, which is the Pythagoras. Where is it? The Pythagoras 2800B. According to the creator, it's an understeer monster. Yeah, so God help us. Checking Snapchat again. Who's that? No. Okay, so the Pythagoras, I remember I picked this thing and I actually allowed it in, although this thing should be actually disqualified for being very, 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 very basic, as you can see, very, very basic looks, but I kept it in because it was super light, and I was wondering how will it actually be, how will it actually run against other cars. So that's why I kept it. So let's see, 300 and I don't know, 80, 70 horsepower, something like this. It's all-wheel drive, as I quite remember. So let's see. Yep, accelerates really fast. How? Why? I'm not seeing any understeer so far. There is no understeer. This thing actually is grippy. Why the creator told me it's an understeer monster? Wow, that's quick actually. And brake test. Wow, super strong brakes. Being a light car, of course. Absolutely sweet. It's actually very enjoyable. Wow, look at that. 2 minutes, 2 seconds, 0.689. Wow, what a car. This thing, yes, it's super light and it's very, very, very enjoyable to drive. I mean, at first it was all over the place. I didn't know if it was understeering or oversteering, but when I got the hang of it, this thing actually was absolutely sweet to drive. The lightweight, the lightness of this car was the key to make it grippy, nimble, and absolutely sweet like candy. Absolutely amazing. Very, very nice look. I mean, the car, yes, the car does look, yeah, it looks yeah, very, very basic, which I'm not really impressed with it. The car does need a lot of attention to details, my friend. Yes, I mean, at this time I can let it go, my friend, but please make sure on the next challenge, for the creator of it, please, you know, Google some cars, get inspired, like where to put the exhaust, where to put the tail lights, and all of that. But mechanically, it's a perfectly tuned car, but visually, yeah, it does need some work. Yeah. So, and that's pretty much it for this challenge, my friends. And of course, the fastest car here being, of course, the Draguna S1000. Yes, my friends, congratulations to the creator of the Draguna S1000 for being the fastest car in this challenge around the track, which is the Draguna S1000, being in the first place, scoring 1 minute 56.528. What a blistering time indeed. That was very, very surprising, although it wasn't really this thing wasn't the most powerful car here. No, the most powerful car here was this one, the Auto State, with 950 horsepower. But unfortunately, the suspension and the tires were made cheaply, I'll have to say. I apologize for saying that, but it felt cheap around corners, but in a straight line it was a monster really. But this one took the crown for being tuned to go around corners instead of just a straight line. So yes, very, very, very nice work, my friends. Thank you so much, all of you guys, for participating. You did an awesome job, and of course, better luck next time for the disqualified cars creators. I apologize for disqualifying your cars, but a lot of the disqualified cars broke the rules, or they were absolutely super slow or very, very underpowered to be called sleepers. So I apologize for disqualifying those cars, and better luck next time, my friends. Thank you so much all for participate. Now, before we end this live stream, I want to show you a little secret replica that I've been working on. You may have seen it when I was selecting some cars. When I was selecting those cars, you may have seen it. So, before I open the menu, let's see who got the sharp eagle eye. Let's see who actually spotted that car. Who spotted that special car when I was choosing those cars? Come on, I'll give you, I don't know, I'll give you 10 seconds to guess. 10 seconds, come on. 10 seconds, come on, here we go. Starting right now. 10, 9, 8, come on, 7, who got the sharpest eye? 7, 6, 5, come on, who got the sharp eye? 4, 3, come on, 2, and 1, and come on, last chance. Who saw that car? And 0. I'm thinking, I don't know if it's true or not, but maybe some of you are trying, like, skipping backwards in the video, trying to see which car was that. Alright, so the special replica that I made in the menu was, okay, the special one is this, and I'm gonna be actually doing a video right now. I'm gonna drive it, which is the Ford Transit from 1997. I got a requested comment actually, someone requesting the 1997 Ford Transit 2-liter, the base model. Yes, Mr. Neris, you actually guessed it somewhat close. You said Ford, yes. Yeah, but which Ford? Because I do have 2 Fords in the menu. So, Ford Transit, rear-wheel drive, manual gearbox. no, the Ferrari is in already. So yes, the Ford Transit. So the Ford Transit, welcome back to 1997, with of course the Ford Transit, a brilliant vehicle that was designed in the 60s, I think, that took delivery systems all the way to through the roof. This thing was it drove like a car, but it's a van basically. And I was actually reading the specs of it. The specs of it. This thing actually came with pretty decent engines. It came with a 2-liter inline 4 engine. It came with a 2.5-liter diesel engine. It came with a V6 engine and with the legendary Ford Essex V6 engine. Yeah. The version that I've chosen here is the special 2-liter version, double overhead camshaft. Yes, double overhead camshaft, 4 valves per cylinder. So this thing is the special version. Let's see how it will actually run. 111 horsepower, 30 something pound-feet of torque. So let's see. I should put an ad in the newspaper. A man with a van, slightly bad back. Yeah, no ABS. Here we go. Wow, surprisingly, this thing actually handles pretty sweet. Rear drum brakes, front discs. Yeah, I remember that on Top Gear, the tribute video. Yes, a lot of bank robberies happened using a transit. Bank robberies, home robberies. Yeah, a lot of robberies basically. Surprise, surprise! This thing actually handles pretty sweet. The Ford specs all the way. Tires, brakes. Well, the brake pads are actually too much. They are too sporty. I need to use, crappier brakes, but come on. Look at that. All right, brake test. Let's see. No ABS. Wow, brakes are actually very strong. I need to go with rubbish brakes to make it more real. But I like it. It looks absolutely sweet. And because we drove 90s cars, I thought to myself, and because you guys are really awesome, that's why I want to show it to you before I make a video about it very soon. I don't know, I'll try. I don't know, I think I'll try to make like a bank robbery video maybe using BeamNG with this van, cops chasing it maybe around the city. I don't know. Here we go, coming up to the finish line, and across the line. All right, of course, it's the slowest thing here. 2 minutes 44.4. What a what a crazy van indeed. I really had so much fun creating it and driving it as well. Sounds like diesel, by the way. Look at that, it can do a burnout, or at least a one tire fire. But still. So that's pretty much it, my friends, for this live stream. I really had so much fun. Well, the 2-liter version won't get very far from the police. Yes, of course. Yes, Mr. Random Project. I think, of course, I need to put the SX V6 in it. I need to make another version with the SX V6 maybe, and see if it can actually beat the cops or not. If it's successful, then of course I'll be making that video. Of course, as I mentioned, bank robbery, cop chasing, and all of that to make it more exciting, to watch. And of course, it will be available on my Patreon page for downloading very soon. So that's pretty much it, my friends, for our live stream for tonight. Thank you so much, guys, from all of my heart for participating, and of course for submitting your awesome creations. I had so much fun driving them, and of course I'll be having much more fun tomorrow. So don't forget to submit your cars for tomorrow, Friday, the official Friday live stream, if you want me to test something special that you have created. And of course, don't forget, if you want to sponsor your own challenge, if you like my videos, if you like my videos, you want to support the channel, if you want to become a VIB judge member, all of these things are on my Patreon page, the link in the description below. And of course, if you do sign up, you can download all of my crazy replica cars. All of them are available for you to download, ranging from the Project X, which is the fastest automation car that I've ever created, with 4,600 horsepower engine underneath, and all the way to the Ferraris, Porsches, I don't know, Toyota's AE86s, and all of the crazy things that I've created. All of these things are available on my Patreon page. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I will see you very soon. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. If you are new, hit that subscribe, and goodbye and good night to all of you, my friends.